The journey is all about that woman, how she finds her real self. It's about how she breaks her mirage.
I think I'm going to finally ask you the question about tell me about your book. Fine. I mean, give us this entire detail, the juicy stuff about your book.
Okay, so it's called Mirage, and it's a romantic suspense or romantic drama novel. Its setting is in Chicago and somewhat in Texas. So it's about a woman who's a tattoo artist and she owns a tattoo parlor, and she's an independent woman. I gave her somewhat my personality because as a writer and researcher, I sometimes think a lot, little bit more than necessary, and I'm an entrepreneur or full time freelancer. So I gave her that bit. She owns her income herself or her tattoo parlor, but there is something fishy about her past that she cannot see the realistic world. She's always in her mind thinking this and that, which is not even real. And then she meets a guy who is complete opposite to her. He's a very straightforward guy, he's a family guy, and he's very on the face he says whatever is in his mind, even from the first date they go on. So there are some funny scenes, some dramatic scenes, some suspense scenes which readers have loved. So the journey is all about that woman, how she finds her real self. It's about how she breaks her mirage, which she has created in her mind.
I mean, the best part of this book is at least it's not a cliche romantic.
Yes.
And because there are a lot of romantic books which tell you that, when you find the other half, you find a piece of you. But this book tells how, because with the help of a guy, she was able to find herself, her own true self.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
really, that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
So how did this idea come? How did
Well, when I started writing this book, I think it's in 2019, January or 2018, December, around those 2 months, I started, plotting that idea. It was when I was really thinking to take a step forward in blogging to, full force. I was slightly going through some failure professionally. So I was really, when you are going through failure, so you tend to feel depressed about it. There's nothing glamorous about it, but you would, regret your decisions. And I was taking risks to leave the full-time job and then go into writing, and then taking writing forward and, talking to new clients and pitching myself. I was really getting no good leads at that point of time. So I wanted to build a perfect character in my mind who was really successful, but she was incomplete at the same time. So I had to, and I love US writers more than Indian writers. So that's why I gave her American setting and American names and all that, because it's easier for me to write American settings rather than Indian settings. So that's how I generated that idea and took forward, thinking rapidly day by day how to mess her world, how to let her go through troubles, and then I pick ideas from those who are struggling around me. So I took the inspiration from their lives.
That's amazing. I mean, they always say that your surroundings help you become a better person, and I think nothing's more true than this story.
True.